The Disability Report with Karen Key.
After a sustained effort to allow children with disabilities to participate in the Cape Town Cycle Tour, Warrior on Wheels Foundation will once again have their own buggy teams participating in this year's tour. To tell us more, I'm joined this evening by Deirdré Gower, founder of the Warrior on Wheels Foundation. Deirdré, good evening. Welcome back to the show.
Hello, Karen. Thank you for having me again.
So another fabulous year. You've got your buggy teams ready to go.
Yes, we do, and we've more than doubled our fleet this year. We've got 9 buggy teams participating.
That's amazing. And I always sort of think back to when we first chatted, was I think the first year that you were participating after quite a lengthy slog to get yourselves accepted as part of the teams that were going to be taking part in the tour.
Yes.
How long have you been doing this now? It's been a few years. It was 2015, I think, wasn't it, when you...
Okay, I first applied for permission in 2012 to cycle with my own son, Damien. And at that stage, permission was denied. And after engaging with the organizers, the rules were changed in 2013, and they allowed the first buggy teams from then. But then Warrior on Wheels launched in 2015, and that was when I first spoke to you, I think, just after the launch of our foundation.
Right.
Yes.
Now, for people who don't know who you are and possibly haven't heard you on my show before, just explain a little bit about what you do at Warrior on Wheels.
Okay, we're an NPO, and we're focused on getting children with disabilities out having all sorts of adventures. So things like zip lining, river rafting, horse riding, boat cruises, helicopter rides, all sorts of amazing things. Our focus is just to get kids being kids and get them out there having fun.
I think it's remarkable. How many children have gone through the foundation? I mean, must be quite a lot by now.
I think when we first spoke to you, we had just launched, we had 3 children, and now we're way over 50, close to 60 families. We've had quite a few sign up this year already. So, we've really grown in the last 2 years.
I love the fact that if you're offering all these different adventures, Deirdré, that people at these places are becoming more and more open to accepting children with disabilities to come and explore and have fun and do everything that every child should have the ability to do.
Yes, of course. We've done things like going on the city sightseeing red bus, and we've filled up that bus, and not one of those families had ever been on it before, so it is really opening up opportunities for other families as well. And service providers have really just welcomed us and come on board to do this. We're all about promoting universal access in tourism, and we're really finding that everybody's just keen to get involved. I mean, a lot of it is just the unknown, and there's definitely a willingness.
I'm sure initially when you approach some of these service providers, they probably think to themselves, you've got to be kidding me. I don't think I want to do this. And how do you encourage them to allow you to come and have the fun that they are offering?
You know what, we actually haven't had one that has turned us away.
Oh, really?
Everybody has been very welcoming and saying if they haven't done it before, they're willing to learn, maybe start with a few children and, not take on more than they can handle, but not one has been hesitant or said we can't do this.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Are you riding with Damien again this year?
He is doing it again. I don't pull him anymore. I'm not strong enough anymore. I did the first 2 with him, and now I just tag along and try and keep up. He has someone pulling him for the last 2. They've got a great partnership.
So you've got 9 teams doing this, and who do you get to cycle to pull the buggies?
We've had some fantastic people stepping forward and volunteering. So for 9 children to participate, that's a team of 27, because each child has a person pulling them, and then they have a support rider as well. So, we've got some phenomenal human beings just offering up their time and their muscles to make it possible for these children.
Now, getting them all into the race, though, Deirdré, it's not exactly the cheapest thing in the world. So we've got to raise some funds here. How's that going?
Yes, we definitely rely on sponsors to make it possible. The buggies are quite expensive, so we've had some great new sponsors come on board this year. Cape Nature, the Diamond Works, Enterprise Solutions, Pedal Power have all come on board to sponsor more buggies. And then we rely on sponsorships from our partners in the tourism industry and individuals to cover the cost of children's entry fees, timing trips, helmets, cycling jerseys, all of that type of stuff as well. So,
I was looking on the website. I mean, for one child, just for the child, it's for the racing jersey and the chip that they've got to have and all that. It's 1,800 Rand per child.
Yeah, entry fees are 800 Rand, and then there's extra things like I mentioned, the timing chip, the helmets. Each child's seating needs are different, so then we have to have extra cushions made, all sorts of stuff like that. So we've worked out the cost at about 1,800 Rand per child.
It's not that much, really.
It's not too much
for people who can. For people who can afford it, it's not. I mean, for some people, obviously, that is a lot of money. But for some people who can afford it, it's not really all that much. How are you doing with the fundraising for this year's tour?
Like I mentioned, we've had all the buggies sponsored, and we've had a few people come on board and sponsor children's entries so far. We've had 2, I think, so there's still 7 children who could do with sponsors. So if anybody wants to jump in and help out.
And how do they do that?
They can just go onto our website. All the information's there, www.warrioronwheels.co.za. There is a tab for the cycle tour, or there's also a page for donate, and all of our information, contact details and everything is there, or give me a call or email as well.
Now, we're talking about fundraising for the Cape Town cycle tour, but obviously you need fundraising for all these adventures you're going on all through the year, Deirdré. How do people just go on the website and they can do that as a general thing all year round, or how does it work?
Yeah, we definitely welcome sponsorships all year round. We've been very fortunate in that most of the service providers have hosted us for the day without charging us, but there are always extra costs, and there are some adventures that do require funding as well. So we've got various channels, Zapper, SnapScan, all our codes are on our website. The banking details are there as well. And like I say, on our donate page on our website, there's various ways. It's actually quite simple to be able to contribute.
Now, you say you've got about 50 people signed up already. There's 50 families, I think you said, was it?
Yes.
Do you have a limit on the numbers, or is it just the more the merrier?
It all varies on the service providers. So if they'll tell us how many they can cope with, and then we'll send our invitations out to the families, and most times it has to be a first come, first served, or if it's just a few ones, we'll run like a kind of competition or stuff, or like special events or stuff. But we kicked off this year with a trip to Steel Island with Drumbeat Charters, and we could take, I think the boat can take up to 110 people, I think, and we just about filled it with families. Wow. So something like that is great. We can take as many families as want to join, but then there's other events where we can only take maybe 5 children, 10, 15. So, yeah, it all depends on what's possible. We'd like to be able to step it up and just repeat adventures so that everybody gets a chance. But like I said, it all involves cost and volunteers and people coming on board to host adventures.
I was going to ask you about that. We talk about the money side of it, but what about the people coming along to help? I mean, you must need people to join you to sort of help you with all the children and the families and the adventure. I mean, you must want people, bodies on the ground as well.
Yeah, we've got a fantastic team on Warrior on Wheels. We've got 9 members now who are our core team who help us coordinate everything. And then we really focus on making it a family outing. So for every differently able child that attends, we usually have their siblings and their parents as well, because not many of these families get to experience an activity all together with every member of the family. You know, sometimes it's focusing on the child with a disability and doing something they're capable of, and then the other sibling gets left at home, or the other way around. But we focus on getting the whole family out doing something. So when it comes to volunteers and helping with the kids, mostly they've got their own parents with them, but there's always help needed in other areas, like especially when we've got a big group, just checking off everybody who's there, helping with all sorts of little things, finer details as well.
And this all started because you wanted to give your son Damien all these amazing experiences.
Well, Damien and I have done all sorts of adventures since he was little. He had his own ponies when he was 2 years old. We started hiking it when he was 2 as well. And it just was about seeing that how a lot of families go into kind of survival mode, is going from one doctor's visit to the next therapy appointment and trying to sort out schools, that we sometimes as parents forget that our kids also just need to be kids. So we just wanted to share our adventures with other kids and also build up like a kind of social network for Damien and have other kids along with us on our adventures. So
it seems to be working really well. It seems to be working really well.
Definitely. We've really made some fantastic friendships, and it's really become one big family.
Well, that sounds amazing, Deirdré. If people want to get involved in any way, they can just find your contact details on the website, warrioronwheels.co.za. And in any way that you'd like to help, if you'd like to sponsor one of the children in the team for the Cape Town Cycle Tour, that would be great. If you'd like to sort of just get involved with any of the other things that they do, I'll give out the website again in a moment. But all help and assistance is gratefully accepted, I'm sure.
Yes, definitely. There's always ways to help, and everybody has their own ways they can contribute, whether it's time or whether it's sponsorships, whatever any person's capacity is, we welcome any involvement.
Well, Deirdre, I wish you much luck with this year's cycle tour, and wish Damien luck for me on his journey on this thing. It's quite, people often think, gosh, if you in the buggy, it's not, but it's quite tough because it's quite strenuous on the person in the buggy as well, not just the person on the cycle.
Yes, it's a long time on the road. I think anything from about 5 hours up, in my case 7 hours and 9 hours on the two that I did it.
Okay.
So it's a long time sitting. They need to also have enough to eat and drink. It gets quite hot out there, so it's not just a straight cycle through. You've got to stop and make sure the kids are comfortable, that they're well hydrated, that they're coping with it and everything like that.
So they're really experiencing the tour as well.
Yes.
Well, Deirdre, good luck with your ride, and hopefully we'll chat again soon. Good luck with the foundation. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on your show again, and great chatting to you.
Only a pleasure. Deirdré Gower is the founder of the Warriors on Wheels Foundation. If you'd like to find out more, if you'd like to assist them in any way, website www.warrioronwheels.co.za.